Now, when I checked Amazon's website, I saw that you can buy Apple's AirPods Pro's refurbished model for $125. And I decided to shoot this video because I've been using these headphones for 1.5 years in various situations such as sports, work, flights, travel, and at home alone, giving me the opportunity to experience their critical pros and cons. I reached a point where I can share them with you. So, we can say that AirPods has managed to become the most popular headphone brand in years. According to a report in 2019, the revenue generated by Apple's AirPods was higher than the combined revenue of Spotify, Twitter, Snapchat, and Shopify. This shows that Apple has achieved incredible success in this regard. Of course, this success is not a coincidence. Factors such as sleek design, good battery life, optimization within its own ecosystem, and sound quality are the main contributors. Now, let's find out together if it makes sense to buy the Pro model, which is one of the key elements of this success, at 15% cheaper than the second generation, 3 years after its release. Now, let's talk about base elements before discussing the pros and cons. Design. We are greeted with a premium design familiar from Apple in white. The only thing on front is an LED indicator that shows the case battery status, located just below the lid. Below that, we find only the lightning port. On the back, the hinge of the case is made of metal. There's the design by Apple text and a button used for the initial pairing during setup. Apart from these elements, the device features a completely sleek white design. The design possesses a simplicity and elegance that is likely to remain timeless even as years pass. Sound. I can say it's a good sound experience for $125, but not exceptional for $250. You can certainly find headphones on market that provide better sound quality. However, the reason for choosing this device is likely to seamlessly compatibility with your Apple devices, along with decent sound quality. I won't dwell on this aspect too much because sound quality is not something that can be accurately described through words. In summary, I would say it's sufficient for $125. Active noise cancelling. I can say that the active noise cancellation in these headphones works really well. In fact, the $250 price tag when it was first released was largely justified by this feature. For example, when you are sitting at home, it instantly cuts out the external siren noises or neighborhood sounds, allowing you to enjoy some peace and quiet. Another example is when traveling on an airplane, these headphones are a must-have for me. They almost completely black out airplane noise, providing a much more comfortable flight experience. Transparency mode. When walking on the street with active noise cancelling activated, you may anticipate that it could be a significant risk since you won't hear approaching vehicles or someone trying to alert you. You wouldn't want to be hit by a car or have a flower pot fall on your head because you didn't hear the warnings, right? That's where transparency mode comes to rescue. It directly feeds the external sounds into your ears, eliminating the muffled sound sensation often experienced with silicone earbuds. It makes you feel as if you don't have headphones at all. In fact, a friend of mine even forgot they were wearing the headphones and took a shower with them. Fortunately, the headphones are water resistant, so they didn't encounter any issues. Anyways, I can say that this is one of the most outstanding features of these headphones: battery life. I've used them for 1.5 years and none once did the batteries run out of me, even after a full day of use. I don't even recall them dropping below 25%. Apple claims that they provide 4.5 hours of usage when taken out of the box, but since I never used them for that long in one go, so I can't confirm the accuracy of that claim. However, I can confidently say that the battery life is excellent. Let's say you did use them for full 4.5 hours and they just died. Just by placing them back in case for 5 minutes, you can get an hour's worth of music playback, which is quite impressive. So if we have discussed everything about the headphones, let's move on to the topic of the video: the pros and cons of these headphones. I would appreciate it if you would like to subscribe to the channel and like it before moving to the list section. Let's start with pros. Seamless compatibility with Apple devices. I am an iPhone, MacBook and Apple Watch user, so I am deeply immersed in the Apple ecosystem. Being able to effortlessly switch between my device has been a fantastic experience for me. Going through the process of turning on Bluetooth, selecting the headphones, switching to another device, and repeating the process can be quite tedious. However, with these headphones, it's all taken care of automatically, and they automatically connect to whichever device I use. In addition to this, you will not see the unique interface of this headset on any other headset on your iPhone and Mac. I think this is one of the most important selling points. It's really great that it works like a part of your iPhone. For example, if your battery is low, iOS promptly sends a pop-up notification allowing me to see the battery level at a glance. It's truly wonderful. Software support. Yes, these headphones receive software updates as well. Considering that Apple even provides updates for charging cables, it's not surprising for me actually. During my usage, the headphones received several updates, and I can say that their sound quality and active noise cancellation capabilities have improved. They are not like other brands where you buy the device and they forgot about the software updates. Even the headphones themselves receive attention. Siri. No matter how much you spend on non-Apple headphones, they won't be able to respond when you say "Hey Siri," which I found to be significant convenience. Being able to call out the Siri while washing dishes or when my phone is out of reach is a great convenience. Active noise cancellation. Assuming you are considering buying an Apple headphone, you have the option to choose either the 3rd generation AirPods or the 2nd generation of AirPods Pro. Considering that the 3rd generation AirPods lack active noise cancellation and are 15% cheaper than the 2nd generation AirPods Pro, it's a significant advantage. Find My. Another unique feature that is not available on the other devices. These headphones are registered to your Apple ID and can be located using Bluetooth. If you happen to lose them somewhere, you can see their location on a map and retrieve them. It also allows you to play a sound if they are hiding under the cushions at home and you can't find them. Silicone ear tips. Thanks to the silicone ear tips, these headphones fit comfortably in the ear and create a nice vacuum effect. With the channels that allow communication with the external environment, they create a good seal without causing any pressure difference. Let's move on to cons. First, charging problems. You may have the problem of not charging one of the AirPods frequently, which is a common problem. It didn't happen to me, but there is always a possibility that you will experience it. If it was normally guaranteed by Apple, they could provide direct replacement, but it is difficult to predict what will happen when you buy it from a third-party seller. At least turn to proven sellers like Amazon. Price. When I first bought this headset for $215, I thought it was incredibly expensive, but regardless of the price, I thought it was a good product. Although $125 makes the situation a little easier. I can say that it's still expensive for a refurbished product. For example, Anker's model can be a good alternative for $14 cheaper at $18. However, this price can be given for the great harmony and beautiful design between Apple devices. Silicone ear tips. I know. We wrote this in the pros section, but I know that most people don't like to use silicone headphones, and I'm one of them. The scenario of using it in such a way that my ear will not breathe for a long time makes my ear itch and can become uncomfortable after a while. When we think that silicone tips are necessary for anti-noise cancelling, I have to put up with the situation reluctantly. Apart from this, I can say that AirPods 3 model because silicone is more suitable for me in terms of comfort. So taking into account all the pros and cons, I can say based on my 1.5 years of usage experience that it has one of the best microphones on the market, has sufficient anti-noise cancelling power, and most importantly, works smoothly as a natural part of the ecosystem. Based on all these, I can recommend AirPods Pro as a good buy with a $125 price tag. Thank you very much for watching the video until here. If you want to support me and see more videos like this, you can like and subscribe.